Welcome back to Duda Dojo with RivalMind, where we teach you all things Duda. I'm Harley Helmer. Today is part one of our three-part series covering the Duda blog system. In this video, we're going to teach you how to create a new blog, how to add headers and content, and how to modify and save your SEO settings before you publish. Let's jump in. So first, you're going to notice we've logged right into the back end of our Duda website. I'm going to go right down to my dashboard menu for the blog and open it up. We've got our great drawer menu that opens up the blog post manager. You can see all the live posts and their published date here. Now, for adding a new blog post to the system, there are two main methods. The first one, it's a little bit slower, but it gives you a pre-formatted blog, which is the ability to duplicate any post. So you have the ability to go in and duplicate a post using this duplicate feature here. Or, and the method that I prefer because it gives you a cleaner post, is going to be using the new post feature. So we're going to go ahead and click right on new post. And then from here, we're in action. So I'm going to call this post, "What is self-funded insurance?" And then I can choose my post author. Typically, Duda will load the most popular post author for this website. So we're going to go ahead and leave it as our social media manager, Lydia. And then I'm going to choose my post main image. Now, Duda already has preloaded images that you can choose from in the free or premium image section. You can also upload an image from scratch, which is what I'm going to do. And then lastly, you have the ability to choose from an image that you've uploaded in the past. You can see I've uploaded this same image a couple times. So we're going to go ahead and select our image now that we've uploaded it. And we're ready to start creating our post from here. So we go ahead and hit start. Now, once we've got the blog spun up, you'll notice that quite a bit of this post is grayed out. The reason for that is these are untouchable parts that are pre-formatted by the blog layout, which we're going to tell you and teach you how to edit the blog layout in a whole separate video at a later date. You'll notice right away that we have some text and images selected and ready to go for our post, but these aren't our actual content, so we're going to have to start modifying this. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this subtitle and modify this image right away and replace it with the one that I just uploaded. From here in the image content menu, you can do things like add a link to your image, add alt text, a tooltip, or maybe a caption. And then from here, we've got our text. So this body text is really nice for placeholder, but it has nothing to do with my post. So I'm going to go ahead and drop some text in here. Now that I've got some text, go ahead and hit my green check mark. And I need to add a little bit more text, maybe a heading and some bullet points afterwards, just to give us a little bit more body so you can see what it looks like. So we're going to add another widget. And then I'm going to format this widget as an H2 heading. And then I actually don't like how this wraps. So I'm going to go ahead and reformat this heading down to 30-point font, but keeping the same H2 because that's important for SEO, and keeping the same font and the same color. Now you can see I've got rid of that nasty wrapping. We're going to add one more block of text and format it just so we can have a little bit better example. So you can see here, I've added some bullet points, but they don't look very good. So we can just go ahead and pre-format those. Now they look really nice. So I've got my blog title, I've got my blog image, I've got some text, some header. I've really got a nice looking blog going here. Now, the last thing to do is change any SEO settings that we have before we make the publish. So we'll go up to our settings menu. And here we have the ability to change our post URL. Duda makes this really easy because it bases the title off the title of the post into our URL. Then we've got post details. These are the things that we started with right off at the beginning. So if you wanted to make a last minute change, you could do so. And then here's my favorite part, the post metadata, which is your title tag and meta description and alt text for your SEO settings. So we're going to go ahead and add our brand name. And then if we wanted to add alt text to the thumbnail image, we can do so. And then lastly, our meta description, which is how we're going to entice people to read this post. Now, the last thing is the post tags. So you can see you can choose from a pre-selected menu or add a new tag. We actually have a whole video coming on the tagging system and how to categorize your blogs. So at this point, we've added these. We can go ahead and publish our blog right from the menu, or we can go up to the top bar and publish our post. So now, once you've published your post, it'll take a few seconds to load, but now you've got this fancy green bar that says published. Congratulations. Now you've got a completed blog that looks great. It's formatted for all of the best screen sizes, Now we have a live blog. Thanks for joining us. Part 2 of this series is going to cover editing the blog layout, as I mentioned, and part 3 will teach you how to tag and categorize those blogs. If you're looking for other Duda tutorial videos, click our channel below to view our library and leave us a comment about what future tutorials you might find helpful. I'm Harley, this is Duda Dojo, and we'll see you next time.